What the fu- Hello everyone, my name is the Skyward Soldier and welcome back to Nostalgia Glasses. Season 2 ended with a banger of a collectathon and now it's time we continue that trend into Season 3. Season 3 is hereby known as the Season of Collectibles. I'll take a look at multiple games that are known for their collectathon aspects, but with a twist. 4 of the 6 games this season are focused on the same series because I've been wanting to cover these games for so long. So without further ado, let's hop right into Spiral Mountain and find ourselves some Jiggies, Jinjos, and notes. Banjo-Kazooie's plot is stupidly simple. Gruntilda the Witch is ugly. She's very, very upset about this. So of course she decides to kidnap Banjo's sister Tootie and plans to steal her beauty, somehow. It raises a lot of questions, but none of them truly matter. We're here to explore, collect shiny objects, weird bird things, shiny skulls, and listen to characters speak in gibberish glee. And the best part? That's absolutely perfect. No 10-minute lore dumps, no tragic backstories, just, hey, bear, save sister, witch bad. One of the aspects of Banjo-Kazooie that makes it the most lovable is the unlikely duo of the titular characters. Banjo is a lovable idiot, and Kazooie is a loudmouth, sarcastic bird who would 100% read the YouTube comments and respond to every single one with some form of sarcasm. Their banter, even if they don't speak it out loud all the time, comes through idle animations and body language. You can just feel their dynamic, and Rare didn't need cutscenes or voice acting to really sell it. Just a bear shrugging and a bird rolling her eyes. It's perfection. Banjo-Kazooie doesn't overwhelm you with massive open worlds like some games these days do. Instead, every world feels like a carefully crafted playground. Mumbo's Mountain, Freezeezy Peak, Treasure Trove Cove, each level has a unique theme, strong music, and enough collectibles to make you go crazy. Every Jiggy in every world feels earned. Every note trail, intentional. And every secret you find makes you feel like you outsmarted the game, even when the game points you in the direction of said secrets. Speaking of the worlds, let's just go ahead, dive in, and break them down a little bit.
Mumbo's Mountain.
Mumbo's Mountain is the definition of the perfect opening act. It teaches you the basics without stopping the game every 5 seconds to explain how jumping or the movement works. You just play. You explore. You learn. The world is silly, charming, and doesn't take itself too seriously. This world is truly full of monkey business. Whether you're being turned into a termite by a skull-faced shaman to climb a termite hill, to smacking an angry gorilla with eggs to gain yet another Jiggy, or even feeding some statues? The world feels magical, even if it's the most mechanically simple world.
Treasure Trove Cove.
This is not your typical day at the beach. Treasure Trove Cove is a bright, vertical level filled with sand. I hate sand. It's coarse and rough and, well, you get the idea. The world is your introduction to flying, and your introduction to a burping hippo named Captain Blubber. It's also the world that gave me the trust issues of open water as a kid. Looking at you, Snacker the Shark. The level rewards your exploration and doesn't punish you for missing anything. It's a wonderfully crafted stage that feels right. But I still hate that stupid shark.
Clanker's Cavern.
Clanker's Cavern is a vile underworld where lots of fishy characters want to take your breath away. Clanker's Cavern is the water level of Banjo-Kazooie because every game has to have one, right? It's dark, claustrophobic, and just uncomfortable enough to make it feel dangerous. Swimming through the tube to meet Clanker for the first time is a core memory, whether you liked it or not. Friend or foe? Well, I guess only time could tell. He's a friend, by the way. Clanker's Cavern is still a beautifully crafted level, swimming way below Clanker to free him by swimming through a key with the helpful fish to give you bubbles to breathe. Clanker's Cavern is tense and manageable, weird but memorable, and by the time you're out of there, you feel like you actually survived something. Anyone else try to hold their breath for as long as Banjo and Kazooie did underwater? No? Just me? Alright, got it.
Bubble Gloop Swamp!
Bubble Gloop Swamp is a sticky, messy world full of hazards. But that's kind of the point of this world, isn't it? Everything there wants to kill you. The piranha-infested swamp waters hurt you when you jump in, enemies hiding in hollowed-out stumps, and a giant crocodile you enter through his nose. Everything here has you on the menu. This is the world where you want to slow down and explore. While some moments can be tense, others are fun, and some are just annoying. But it never truly feels unfair. It just asks you to slow down and pay attention. And let's be honest here, this is where the game proves it's not just a kid's game anymore. I'm looking at you, Mr. Vile, you greedy crocodile.
Freeze Easy Peak!
One of, if not the, most beautifully crafted levels in Banjo-Kazooie. Freeze Easy Peak has it all. Beautiful music, beautiful atmosphere, a giant snowman, and snow goons throwing snowballs at you. The level is 90% atmosphere and 10% platforming. Its seasonal theme makes it instantly memorable, and I still find myself whistling the Freeze Easy Peak tune every now and again. This is the kind of level you just want to stop rushing and take it all in. It's beautiful. The world truly sends a chill down my spine.
Gobi's Valley!
Out of the fridge and into the fire, one of the more empty worlds, Gobi's Valley is a world full of cause and effect. Draining water to uncover a temple, slowly reshaping the world as you know it, it makes you feel clever without explicitly telling you what you're doing. So much exploration to be had, so much to see and so many new friends to meet, but watch out for those grabby hands. Even Gobi has trouble with this heat, and he's, unintentionally or maybe intentionally, one of the most tragic NPCs in this game. Thanks for stealing his water, you jerk.
Mad Monster Mansion!
One of my favorite worlds in all of Banjo-Kazooie. Mad Monster Mansion just nails the Halloween aesthetic perfectly. Spooky, scary, and creepy, but also super playful. The world feels like a puzzle box, with multiple hidden rooms, vertical paths, and a race against the clock. You're bound to bump into the creepy characters that line the hedge mazes, church, and the titular mansion. But this is also where Banjo-Kazooie truly shows off its fantastic level design, trusting you to explore it without much guidance. And the music? Oh, chef's kiss.
Rusty Bucket Bay!
This level sucks, let's move on.
Click!
Okay, fine. This world is where the game stops being nice. It's also the world that I spent the most amount of time on. Rusty Bucket Bay is tight, industrial, and horrendously ruthless if you mess up. The engine room alone has probably ended your game more than the final boss. This is truly a late game skill check, but you mess up and you'll be walking the plank and going down with the ship. God, I hate this level.
Click Clock Wood!
Click Clock Wood is the final main world in Banjo-Kazooie, and quite frankly, it's a victory lap. It isn't just a level, it's a statement. By the time you get here, Banjo-Kazooie knows exactly what it is as a game, and it's confident enough to end on one of the smartest ideas Rare has ever had. One world, 4 seasons, and every choice in every season expands upon itself throughout. In spring, you'll learn the layout in a nice, bright, and calm world. Summer turns into a challenge, platforms are higher, enemies tougher, and the level expects you to start thinking ahead. The fall is where everything clicks. If you haven't done certain things by now, you'll have to run back and start. The game trusts you to notice, but when you do, it felt incredible. Winter ends quiet, still, and a little sad. The music slows down, the world feels empty and barren. Suddenly, the game gets weirdly reflective. It's not a depressing reflective, more contemplative. The game knows it's almost over and wants you to sit there and think for a moment. It's the culmination of everything the game has taught you, wrapped up into a level that feels intentional and heartfelt. After all is said and done, it's time to face the warty wench in one final battle. But first, a board game! I didn't do this. I actually learned how to skip it through speedrunning strats. I'm not a speedrunner by any means, but this is one trick I did learn. If you didn't do the speedrun strat like I did, you'll find yourself going through Grunty's Furnace Fun. And I hope you've been paying attention throughout the game, otherwise it could be game over. But before we continue on to the final fight, let's take a quick moment to talk about the Warty Wench. Gruntilda is a woman that does not stop rhyming throughout the entire game, taunting you through the hallowed halls of her lair. She's not threatening, she's petty, and it works out perfectly. She's the kind of villain that could lose a rap battle to herself, and yet she's memorable in a most way villains aren't. You don't fear her, you enjoy her. And that's much harder to pull off than it seems. And now for the final fight, you have to use mostly everything you've learned. Dodging spells, shooting eggs, and poking her in the ass with your beak. And if you've collected all the Jinjos like I hope you have, you'll summon the Jinjonator and finally knock the witch off her tower, and thus your sister is saved, and Spiral Mountain is at peace. Banjo-Kazooie represents a time when games didn't feel like they had to justify themselves. The N64 was an era full of amazing games and platformers, and Rare pulled it off best. And while the controls are dated and sometimes hard to control, it's still beautiful. Banjo-Kazooie wasn't trying to be edgy, it wasn't trying to be cinematic, it was trying to be fun. And somehow that's what made it timeless. It didn't need realism, it didn't need emotional trauma, it just needed charm, tight design, and confidence. And Rare has always had that confidence in spades. Banjo-Kazooie isn't just a great game. It's a reminder of when games felt playful, when they trusted the player to follow their heart and explore. When fun wasn't ironic, it was the entire point. And honestly, I think we could use a little bit more of that in today's day and age. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go collect some jiggies and pretend my responsibilities don't exist. Now where the hell am I?